Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet, as we are back here for another MLB 17 the show. This is the Kansas City Royals franchise, and this is the Royal Court Insider. So we're taking a quick look here at a wrap up of the month of May, and boy was it a month here as the Royals have been still just being dominant as they have been here to start off this new season here. And we're hoping that will continue now here in season 3 as we'll take a look here at what we've done here so far. Take a look there at the numbers there, and for the month of May we went 21-7, losing to the Indians, the Tigers, the looks like the Rockies, Rangers, 2 games against the Padres, and then that first game there against the Blue Jays there, that you just seen that episode of there just a couple days ago. So pretty good month there, and it just keeps getting better and better. There you see 41-12 so far for the season. We got a huge lead over the Tigers right now, 15 games. Now we do want to talk about, and I've been talking about this quite a bit here on the show, or in this franchise here, but I am trying my best trying to get this started, this jump started, try to get it quicker, see more episodes here more often. But with with Madden coming out now, and then of course college football, we'll take a little break from college football at some point here. I will announce that here pretty soon. But and then of course you got soccer. I've been really getting into my soccer games and playing those, and getting ready to start 2 new series on that with the Premier League, and then a solo series of an individual. It's tough, and not to mention I'm also trying to get the Cardinals series going, and trying to get that up and going too. So but yeah, for the most part here, like I said, I'm trying to get these series going. I'm trying to look at matchups for the most part here to see what matchups are good, and like that, just like that last episode you seen there between between our pitcher Felix and Marcus Stroman. It was a good matchup there, and it was a good storyline, and that's what I'm trying to look for. I'm trying to look for stuff that I can talk about, issues with pitchers and stuff like that. And that's been, we've got a couple pitchers, a couple batters slumping and stuff like that, so we'll try to mix and match. We'll kind of do like a road to show with a certain batter or with a pitcher. The same thing, I also want to do some things in the minor leagues there. So if you don't see as much baseball here on the channel, when it comes to our 2 main franchises, Cardinals and Royals, don't think that the series is over with. It's not. It's just put on hiatus. I'll be working on those type of series behind the scenes. If I'm working on football stuff, I'm also working. Just think that I'm working on the Royals Royals franchise and the Cardinals franchise in the back there. So it may not be posted. It may be posted a month ahead of time. You guys won't see that until it pops up eventually, one day or something. But it may be a week from now, a month from now. But you'll see the series, and you'll start seeing videos start popping up on when it comes to baseball stuff there. Now, I will say probably in later October into November, we'll probably not see so much the franchise stuff, and more maybe of the road to show. You'll see a little bit more, but maybe not as much as baseball. I will tell you that. So because I really want to get into football this year, especially with Madden, and also too soccer. Because I've been really having fun with that soccer series with the Sporting Kansas City. But enough about that. I had to let you guys know about that. But we'll take a look here at the Royals, and so far it's been a fun year so far in this 3rd season with them. I don't know if this series is going to ever end, but I do say, like I said, I am going to try to get this series going, and like I said, just find key matchups, key marquee games, stuff like that, to help really get things going here, because I do want to eventually get over to 18 and eventually over to 19. So I'm trying to do my best to get that done, and it's just taking some time. I apologize profusely. But the Royals right now are having a great season so far. We are in the mid, we got a great lead right now, 15-game lead over the Tigers. One of the best teams in baseball right now. But we do got some areas that we need to fix on, especially our batting. We got Hosmer we need to look at, possibly getting rid of him. There's also rumors of possibly trading Omar Fonte there. I really don't want to do that, but at the same time, I think it's that time for us to let him go and to find someone else to help us out in that area. It just really hurt. It just really stings because, you know, the season started off really well, and then all of a sudden we had that first major injury, which was Ben Zobrist, and that's what's been holding us back here when it comes to that. Because I was not going to have Infante initially play every day, be an everyday second baseman or everyday shortstop. He was going to come in there on whenever, you know, Zobrist needs some time off, or if a key series, if I knew there was a guy that he had good numbers over, or teams that he was good against, that's when he was going to come in. That is not the case now. So he's becoming an everyday guy, and not to mention, you know, health has been an issue. Health has been a big concern for us, even though we've been winning games. I think it's starting to catch up with us because we got a lot of guys that are wanting more days off, and so we're gonna have to try to maneuver. I mean, so far I've been juggling, trying to move guys around here. But at some point here, that is going to hurt us, and we just cannot have that happen. I'm trying to free up some areas in pitching. I'm trying to shrink down the bullpen as much as I can, because I want to get. I think I'm going to get rid of one of our long relief pitchers, Rick Rosoro. We're going to keep him, but I think one of our middle reliever guys we're going to have to let go. And that's Wade Davis. We're going to let him go, and I'm trying to look at a trade at some point here. You'll see this here. Well, maybe not in this video, but at some point here, as you're taking a look at the league leaders right now for the American League and National League, that's something we're going to look into for us, is get rid of those two guys, because they're pretty much the guys I really think that we by no means we have to get rid of. So we're gonna have to get rid of them. We're gonna have to figure out a way what we can do and get something out of it. Try to get some prospects out of it or something, because they're just not our fit right now. So we're looking into that. I am looking at the trade finder. I do have a couple good trades. One of them of which is really interesting, and I'm surprised that this team's getting rid of this guy. Because he's, to me, they call him you probably know him as better known as the Magician, but I know him as Javier Baez, and we're thinking about picking up Baez from the Cubbies. And this was one when I seen the trade, I'm like, wait, I scratched. I was sitting there like scratching my head. I'm like, what? He has some really good numbers. He's hitting average. He's doing really well. But I think it's the budget wise. I think for whatever reason the Cubbies cannot afford him. Or can't find him decent playing time here. And of course, we're looking for guys right now because we got Zobrist, who's going to be out for the rest of the season. So that, in some ways, I think that's kind of perfect for us. It's kind of the perfect storm. But at the same time, we have to look at our budget, see if we can afford him, and try to lock him down on a long-term contract. Not to mention, we got the draft coming up here, so with that in mind, I'm trying to keep in mind of pitching. I know there's a couple of position players that we're looking at for the future, and also pitching wise. So that's something we're going to look at. Now, take a look at injuries here. We got a lot of injuries coming. This was just towards the end of the month here. Those last 2 or 3 there. Jackson Adams, he has a leg fracture. He's going to be out for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Jesus Flores, he's going to be out for the rest of the year. Ben Zobrist, of course, out for the rest of the year. We won't see him until next year. Steve Durham, he's going to got a finger contusion. He's going to be out for at least 2 weeks. And then Melville, he's going to be out for a couple of days, but he's going to be coming back. He's just on the bench right now. So this is kind of really unusual for me, having this many guys out in a season, especially, I thought, okay, Ben Zobrist, fine. He's out. We can maneuver around that. We can find some guys. But then we start seeing some of the minor league guys that I was really going to be focusing on here in a couple more episodes here from for the Royal Court Insider for our minor league games that I have scheduled for us. And I'm thinking, like, no, I need these guys, because those guys I was going to look at for player profile and all that kind of stuff, and that's just not the case. So unfortunately, we are going to have to, like I said, I'm even doing juggling down there in the minor leagues because there's so many things going on there. Of course, there's a couple guys that want to get called up, but it's like, I can't call you up because I don't have the space. You know, there's actually a couple of minor. There's actually 2 free agents that I'm looking at right now, and I can't bring them up either because that'll go above and beyond our 25-man roster. So, and then of course trying to bring guys down, we can't do that because we have 2 guys that has to be Rule 5 guys, Devin, and we got a middle reliever that can't be brought down either. So they have to be in the majors for this season. So I can't bring them down. So there you see a lot of the AAA news there you see there on the screen. I want to bring those guys up, get them some chances to get a couple at bats, and see how things go from there. But that is just not going to be able to happen now. So like I said, we're in a bind right now. I'm hoping to change things here pretty soon. But for the most part here, overall as a team, we're playing really well. The bullpen has been superb. I mean, just superb. I mean, they've been getting us out of games when we're down by a run or 2, and just really, doing a great job there. With the exception of Wade Davis, there was one game I can't really remember what it was, but it just really frustrated me. I'm like, come on, this is why you come in these games, this situation for. And he just could not do it. So that was not the first time. There's a couple games I played off cam that you guys don't get to see too often, that were just kind of just burning me. I'm just like, okay, we gotta get rid of him. We gotta let him go. So like I say, he and Hosmer are probably gonna get a package deal with a ball club there. I'm gonna try to move him to the National League, and if I can move him to the Cubbies, that'll be great. That means we won't see them. The only time we would see them is, in the World Series. So, we'll just have to see how things get, pan out here. But I kind of want to give them both some time to try to, prove me otherwise. And Hosmer did. He had a pretty good game there in that series against the Blue Jays there. But still, plenty more time. He still needs a couple more games to work on. And we'll see how things go. Now, take a look there. You see Markakis, Gordon, of course, have been just clutch. Mike Moustakas is really stepping up, hit the plate there. Fonte, he's one of the oldest guys on the team, and he is just he is tearing it up. I think he's in his late 30s, I think, right now. I think he's just as old as I am. And then Adam Lynn there, he has been just, I really say that's been the best free agent player that I have picked up ever. I mean, ever in baseball games, and he has been just top notch, and I hope it continues. Morrow, he's been on a cold streak here. We got to turn things around there. He's usually one of those guys that I can just hit very well with one swing, just the first pitch. Hasn't been the case here lately, and so we might have to take a couple more pitches here for him. But he's a big potential guy. He can play not just shortstop, but second and third. And like I said, he's one of our Rule 5 guys that we cannot get rid of. He has to play on the Major League roster for this season. 25 years of age, he's in his prime right now, so I cannot wait to see what he can do here when he's at the peak there. So Gordon there, you see there, yeah, his numbers there: 7 home runs, 25 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, which I don't know how he got those 2, but yeah. As for Salvi, 5 home runs, 60 RBIs there for him. Salvi is starting to heat up here there too. I'm also looking at possibly getting, besides, we already got another catcher, a backup catcher, well, 2 early, but one of them is actually one of my DH guys, or my first baseman, which is Napoli. But I'm looking at possibly getting and I remember, this is 2016, the 2014 season, or rosters where we started with, but we're in the 2016 season. Very young Evan Geddes, we could get him. His numbers start looking very good there, and I can pick him up. I believe he's with the Braves, at least in this one here. Try to pick him up in that one. Also, too, we got Johnny Peralta, who's been hitting very well. JD Martinez is actually, I'm starting to turn around here. I'm starting to really work on him, working the count with him, and being patient and stuff like that. He's been having a couple good games where he's been pretty patient there and swinging the bat. The thing is, just when scoring in the scoring position, I don't know why, but I just lose it and I just can't do much with him. So I'm really going to have to change that. As for Jason Vargas there, 1 for 7 for the season there. There you see his numbers there. 70 pitches or 70 innings he's pitching so far. 39 strikeouts. Ian Kennedy on fire right now. 7-1, also doing very well for himself. 9 walks there for him for the season. 47 strikeouts there. 2.19 ERA. Now, as for Felix Hernandez, he is hot right now. He's still considered by many people in the baseball world still pitching really good, but he has had 2 rough games here. And oh man, he got the series against Boston coming up here, and we really need him in. I believe it's in Boston, and I believe it'll be the next episode. It'll be, I think it's game 1 or 2 that we'll feature him in. We're gonna feature that whole series, but we really got to get him playing well in that series. Danny Duffy there, really doing a good job. He has bounced back there. I was really shaky with him at the start of the season here, but this past month he's been doing very, very well for himself. Shipley, on the other hand, going on just like Felix there, kind of has some bad starts there. And of course, like I said, we're going to work on him on a couple of episodes here and get his work going for him and get him on that right track again. As for the rest, Rick there, he's been doing a good job coming in, pitching in games when we need him to. He hasn't had he's had a couple of spot starts there, as you see there. But for the most part here, like I said, he's a spot starter. He's going to come in when guys need some time off, or if they're in a slump right now, especially if Felix does not do so well in this next game against Boston. We'll probably put Rick in that spot there for maybe a start or 2, no more than 2 starts really. And then Hardwick there, he's been doing really well there. Just been doing a great job of closing out games there for us. Rosario, of course, one of our relief pitchers, our middle relievers. He's going to be the one, him and I can't think of the young guy there that's going to be helping us out. Those are going to be the 2 main guys in the middle relief there, along with Dominic Leon there is the guy that I was thinking of. But also too, Coleman is another guy that we're going to be having in there. I think I might end up moving Coleman probably with Herrera there as a setup guys there at some point here this season, because they've been pitching very, very well when I need them to. As for Wade Davis, like I said, he's probably going to be on the first thing smoking out of Kansas City there. And we're looking for a team that will be a good fit for him, and not to mention a good fit for us, so we don't have to see him. And then Reiner there, of course, pitching pretty decently. There you see the players of the month there for the month of May. Freddie Hardwick there, you see 13 games he's been in, and he's got a 1 win and 10 saves for this month with 18 strikeouts. Miguel Cabrera there, you see the player of the month, 106 at bats for an average at 385. 12 home runs, 20 RBIs, and then of course your rookie of the month there, the Indians, Tyler Newquist. There you see 88 at bats, 307, 3 home runs, and a couple of RBIs. There you see the National League guys there. I'm not going to really get into those either, but there you see the numbers there. Joey Votto, of course, always playing really well. And I was actually looking at Votto and maybe bring him from the American League from the National League to the American League, and that might be still a possibility. They won a couple of things. There's a couple, maybe a prospect or 2 that they won. I'm kind of considering it. Those are the National League guys, and those just another thing that I think we could possibly work with, bringing him in there, because he'll be a good, and especially him still being kind of young still in this game, that would really help us out. But that pretty much is the month. I was going to show you guys our rankings and stuff like that but I tried to do that last time. That was so time consuming, and so I'm not going to get into it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll leave something at the bottom there showing what our rankings are in different categories there. But for the most part here, it's been a great month of May. Let's see if we can continue that now in the month of June. We got some pretty good games coming up. We got a series against Boston. We got a New York series coming up. Houston, I know a series that we're going to go, that's going to be a home series there, but definitely a series I would like to get into there. So those will probably be the series that we'll focus in on. The rest of them we'll probably send because they're our division rivals. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to pass up too many of those, but for the most part, we're pretty dominating the division. If it gets too crazy, we're losing too often with those teams, then of course we always can play them. We can play in the second half of the season, but for the most part, I think we'll probably skip over some of those games, or maybe feature maybe one game in those series and just skip the others. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode of the Royal Court Insider. I kind of want to make these quick and easy, and just kind of get them out there real quick. But that's it. That's it for this episode. I don't know why I keep talking, but if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel by hitting that sub button and hitting that bell notification so you guys can notified when this series or any other series here on the channel is uploaded. Don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord for the latest news and events on the channel and everything that is sports and gaming. So that is it. And stay tuned for that next episode. Like I said, we're going to skip that series with Chicago there in Chicago. Depending on the matchups there, I don't know. I might, if Shipley's in a series there, I may play that one off camera. But other than that, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Boston. That'll be the next episode. One of that first game or second game there in Boston. So, but like I said, we are going to cover that Boston series completely. But I don't know if we're going to just show two games, or we're going to show one game, or show, what the case may be, kind of road show like thing or whatever. I don't know. But that's it for me, you guys. As always, keep yourselves each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time.